We've been customers of Bob's company since 1986 when he started.
We've been a customer in Rhode Island for 35 years.
I have been a customer, we've been a customer for 40 years.
Been a customer for easy 20 years.
At least, maybe more.
Yeah, I'm sure more.
And we've been a customer probably well over 20-25 years.
I've been a customer for decades with Rhode Island Novelty.
And I have been a customer of Rhode Island Novelty for about 30 years, maybe over 30 years.
Very reliable, always ships well.
Absolutely.
Good product, never had complaints. And if we did, it was straightened out immediately.
The best part of Rhode Island Novelty is the longtime employees that know the industry.
I love the people that work here. We work together, we're a team.
The service is great.
Great quality, great quantity, great selection.
And ever changing.
My most favorite thing about the company is the quality. The quality of the item, they come up with new ideas every year, and the price. The price point is awesome.
Been with multiple companies in many different parts, including over in Europe. I've bounced around quite a bit, and Rhode Island Novelty's always been there for me.
Born in Poland in 1963, Bob Nowak came to the Providence area with his parents and older sister, building a new life and eventually a new legacy. At the University of Rhode Island, Bob studied engineering, but even then he was already building something of his own. Back in high school, he was selling balloons and novelties at parades, festivals, and fireworks displays, learning the value of hustle, service, and showing up wherever people gather to have fun. That small side business followed him to college and quietly began to grow. By 1986, Bob made it official: Rhode Island Novelty. It didn't begin with grand ambitions, it began with practical ones, making enough money to get by and seeing where effort could lead. And when the engineering job market in 1985 offered Bob a road life far from home, he chose a different route, one rooted in family, relationships, and a belief that he could develop something right here. My goal wasn't to build something big, it was to survive for the next few years until I got a job. Bob began importing and wholesaling, starting with the staples and the trends, the items customers always needed and the ones that everyone suddenly wanted. The early years weren't easy, overhead was high, cash was tight, but Bob kept reinvesting, learning the market, and expanding his reach. Over time, Rhode Island Novelty kept moving into bigger spaces because the vision kept getting bigger too, from a few thousand square feet in Warwick to 17,000, then to 85,000 square feet in Johnston, to 200,000 in Cumberland, and eventually to a 500,000 square foot facility in Fall River. Not overnight, not by accident, step by step, year by year. As the industry evolved, so did the company, expanding product categories, serving new markets, and growing into a major supplier across the attractions and entertainment world. From amusement parks and arcades to zoos, aquariums, and museums, Rhode Island Novelty became a name people knew because it earned their trust. Ask Bob what really built the business, and he'll tell you: people. His wife Rita was there from the beginning, balancing family and the company's early grind. His brother John grew into a key leader, driving product development and keeping a pulse on trends. His son Michael took on major responsibility in acquired divisions. And even Bob's father became part of the story, working in the warehouse until retirement with a company cafeteria named in his honor, Marion's Grill. Bob also credits the industry itself, the relationships, the local connections, and the willingness of others to give a young company a chance. Selling product may be a commodity, but friendships and trust are the real value. Get to know the people, you can learn a lot. People went out of their way to help us when we were just starting out. And that's what makes this moment so fitting, because even now, Bob's first reaction to being nominated was simple humility. Why me? I can think of a dozen people more worthy. But the truth is this: the industry is shaped by builders, by people who grow opportunities, support others, and strengthen the community around them.
Over the years, I've seen the company grow from a small warehouse to an enormous operation at this point.
This company is still family owned, hasn't lose that touch where you feel that employees still matter. We're not just a number.
Most of the people that work here have been here for a long time, most of them more than 15 years, and that tells me a lot about the company. They love what they do, they love each other, they're actually a huge family.
It's a fun place to work. The people that work here are great. Bob, the owner, is an awesome person. It's nice to know you're appreciated.
It's pretty amazing, like the people, the care that is behind Rhode Island Novelty.
Bob Nowak built a company that helped power countless guest experiences, and he did it with grit, gratitude, and a people-first approach that defines the very best of our business. Tonight, we celebrate an entrepreneur, a leader, and a lifelong partner to the attractions industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we proudly induct our friend and colleague, Bogdan Nowak, into the NEAAPA Hall of Fame.